Have you heard of cloud seeding? What is that? Yes, bringing artificial rain. Okay. So why is it in news? Delhi government has announced that it was considering cloud seeding or artificial rain to wash away pollutants in the air. As we know that Delhi has now become a gas chamber. Why? Because of pollution and also winter is approaching. Okay, both the reasons are aggravating the pollution contents. Okay, so that is the reason why the Delhi government is planning for cloud seeding technique to reduce the pollution. Okay, for reducing pollution, cloud seeding has not yet used in India. Okay, so the first time it is considering for reduce pollution. Okay, so what is cloud seeding? Cloud seeding is a weather modification technique that involves the introduction of certain substances into the cloud to encourage precipitation, typically in the form of rain or snow. Okay, as we know that initially there will be a nuclei in the atmosphere or air around which water droplets get accumulated, and ultimately when the accumulation is very high or the size of the cloud increases, and ultimately it results in rain. That is usually happening. Okay, so in cloud seeding, what we are doing is we are additionally adding substances from outside so that more nuclei are produced and more cloud are generated with high intensity so that raining could be introduced. Okay, cloud seeding, that is why it's a weather modification technique. We are artificially inducing rain. Technique that involves the introduction of certain substances into the cloud to encourage precipitation, typically in the form of rain or snow. With cloud seeding, clouds are usually injected with salts like silver iodide, potassium iodide, and sodium chloride, which is the seed or the nuclei, initial one, from which on which the cloud gets built up. Okay, these salts are expected to provide additional nuclei around which more cloud droplets can form. I have explained the normal formation, right? So when we add additionally from our external sources, meaning more nuclei, meaning more cloud get formed around it. Okay, they are dispersed into the cloud either using aircraft or through generators on the ground. There are two ways through which silver iodide or potassium iodide or sodium chloride salts are getting introduced into the clouds. Okay, this is the picture how cloud seeding is done. Initially, we are introducing salts, right? Initially, we are introducing salt either through aircraft or through generator in the ground. Silver iodide is released to the by a plane or ground-based generator. Okay, then these salts reaches the targeted clouds. Okay, then silver iodide aids in the formation of ice crystals. Now too heavy. Ice crystals means the cloud gets more heavier, right? So too heavy to remain in the air, the ice crystals then fall off, often melting on their way down to form rain. That is how artificial rain is introduced, okay, or created. First, we are using aircraft or generator from the ground to introduce salt to the clouds, okay. Then when the clouds are getting clouds got introduced into the salt, then these salt provide nuclei for more cloud formation. So mainly cloud formation means more ice crystals are formed inside the cloud. Okay, when this cloud becomes heavier due to the formation of increased number of ice crystals, as it can't sustain its weight, then it will fall downwards. When these form downwards and by reaching the Earth's atmosphere, etc., it will be introduced into the more temperature condition, like more increase in temperature. So the ice crystals will eventually lead to the rain formation. Clear? This is how cloud seeding works. But there are certain conditions which are required for cloud seeding. First is cloud cover and cloud type. Cloud seeding can only happen if there is a sufficient number of clouds and a particular depth to these clouds. As I said before, we are targeting some clouds, right? So if the cloud is that much heavy initially only, then only we can, by introducing more salts to it, we can increase its weight, and by eventually it will lead to decrease, fall in the cloud in the form of ice crystals or rain. Okay. So cloud cover and cloud type, there should be only happen if there is a sufficient number of clouds and a particular depth to these clouds. Adequate droplets. Inside there need to be adequate number of cloud droplets. Cloud seeding is done to increase the radius of the cloud droplets so that they will grow bigger, and because of gravity they will come down as rainfall. Clear? This talks about the nuclei. There need to be adequate number of cloud nuclei inside the cloud itself. Then only it will lead to increase in its width. Okay. Next one is certain prerequisites. Okay, you know about western disturbances. What is that? From Mediterranean Sea. It is an additional tropical cyclone which comes from the Mediterranean Sea during non-monsoonal times, and it travels to the western direction above the Bangladesh or Indo-Nepal, that is north of the subcontinent. Okay, so western disturbance is one of the reason for prerequisite conditions for this cloud seeding. In winter, clouds form over Delhi when a western disturbance move over this region. There are storms that originate in the Caspian or Mediterranean Sea and bring non-monsoonal rainfall to the northwest India. You are aware of this, right? With a stable atmosphere in winter, clouds are expected to form when a western disturbance disturbs the stability of the atmosphere. Okay, western disturbance means it's a tropical cyclone, an additional tropical cyclone or movement of wind, right? So when the cloud above the Delhi or cloud above the northern part of India gets disturbed due to this western disturbance, the further we can add more cloud or formation of rain through cloud seeding. That is the one of the prerequisites and most important prerequisite for cloud seeding. Clear?